In a world where legends are born through determination, courage, and unwavering commitment to justice, one name shines brightly: Nelson Mandela. His life is a remarkable journey of hope, triumph over hardship, and the power of forgiveness. Let's imbibe some pearls of wisdom from him. Nelson Mandela grew up in a country deeply divided by racial segregation. It was during these disturbing times that he realized the importance of standing up for justice. He was just a child when his father lost his job. The justification given to him was that his father refused to comply with the magistrate's excessive demands. But the truth was much more shocking. His father was fired after being accused of corruption. The only fortunate thing in this unfortunate event was that Nelson kept his father in high regard and learned to raise his voice for what was right. He once stated, "As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest." He was only 9 years old when his father passed away from an unknown sickness. This was shocking for the young Nelson. It deeply devastated him. During this time, his mother couldn't take care of him alone. She needed some help. So, she took him to the great place at Makikezweni, where he was entrusted to the guardianship of Thembu Regent, Chief Joningtaba Delindyebo. Mandela felt like Joningtaba and his wife, Noengland, raised him as their own, along with their son Justice and daughter Nomafu. As a young man, Mandela became involved in the anti-apartheid movement, and he soon realized the power of unity. He even avoided his involvement in the nascent movement and became an advocate for the British war effort during World War II. Nelson helped establish the African National Congress Youth League in 1952 and worked tirelessly to bring down the repressive regime. He endured numerous challenges and was often imprisoned, yet he stood firm in his commitment to justice and equality. He once said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." One of the most significant events in Nelson Mandela's life was when he was sentenced to life in prison in 1964. He spent 27 years behind bars, enduring difficulties and isolation, but never losing hope. He showed unwavering determination when he said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." But it wasn't just Mandela's rebelliousness that made him great. It was his ability to forgive. After his release from prison in 1990, he chose the path of reconciliation rather than revenge. He understood that hatred only enhances the cycle of violence. He said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies." This trait of forgiveness and his commitment were integral to uniting the nation. Nelson had become the people's favorite. In 1994, he was elected as South Africa's first black president in the nation's first multi-racial election. He set an example for the world, proving that peace and unity are possible, even after decades of conflict and oppression. His rise from being a prisoner to becoming president is a testament to the power of the human spirit. Mandela's life is a reminder that an optimistic attitude towards the betterment of the world will always triumph. He once said, "I am fundamentally an optimist, whether that comes from nature or nurture. I cannot say." Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. His work towards the positive welfare of the people made him the most admired politician in the entire world. Mandela's journey teaches us to face challenges that come our way to stand up for justice and to never lose sight of the power of forgiveness. As he once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we led." Mandela's life was challenging, but he strived to be the change he wished to see in the world. So, let us all be the change we want to see.